Yes. And today, what are we playing? Gears of War, the card game. But this isn't a solo game. So how's that gonna work? We're gonna actually be using the solo system. Okay, so before my man Daniel moved away, we were on mission 1. We're gonna actually take it to chapter 2 with the spirit of Daniel, and we'll be using the solo system for the first time. The solo system consists of 5 decks that give the AI opponent some kind of personality quirks, and then we'll try to do that. So this gameplay is not going to be smooth at all, but we'll try to get her done though. He said it's in Folio Games. I told him, yes, it's the Folio Games. Let's do it. All right, first I got to remember how to really play Gears of War, the card game, but I remember it being not too difficult. But so we finished out chapter 1 last time, and then we got a new set of cards for chapter 2. I've kind of divided them up into chapters. So there's 11 cards to take out for chapter 2. The blue guys, or whatever you call them, Space Marines, whatever they are, they got 5 cards. One's in the box. So the mission says, this is the mission, chapter 2, Trial by Fire. It says if the COG player claimed chapter 1, they use cell block Marcus, but if not, they use hard Marcus. So Daniel won last time. Daniel's the red guys, Zerg. So I get the hardened Marcus in these other 4 chapter 2 cards. These 3 other chapter 2 cards. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then these guys, they get 5 other cards for chapter 2. Alright, so we'll start out by putting our commanders. I guess we've already used this, so I'll just put that to the side. Put our commanders out. Okay, we're looking for the one on the left right here. It's probably going to be the last. Nope, no, right there. No. Wow. Hard Marcus. Is it this? No. You see the emergence hole now? Okay, maybe he's using the emergence hole now. At the end of your turn, you may move a rich runt to reserve. Okay, E-hole, get the frag in there. Move your ass, Sergeant Marcus Phoenix. Chapter 3. Chapter Frag Out 3. Alpha Rich. Alright, I'm going to pause it and get all this stuff together. Yeah, after looking around a little bit, still not sure. But chapter Frag Out times 3, I don't recall seeing that. Alpha Rich, here that goes. Yeah, I think I'm just going to shuffle them up, but I think this is the commander. I think somehow this is the commander now for the Zerg, whatever you call him. The end of your turn, you may move a wretch runt to reserve. Do these stay on the side of the board or what? And then we got the Alpha Wretch. While this unit is in reserve or cover, this unit gains +1 and +1 for each other friendly wretch in reserve or cover. Alright. And then other Wretched Runt 3. frag out times 3. What is the frag out times 3? Okay, no, this is my stuff. Frag out times 3. Okay, frag out times 3. Okay, command is definitely this emergence hole. Okay. Alright, like I say, this is not going to be smooth at all, but we're going to try to get through it. Okay, let's go to chapter 2. Okay, chapter 2. Scenario cards, command units, tough, chapter cards, multi-blocking, and disposable units. Players will need the next 11 cards to play the chapter. These chapters are labeled chapter 2. I think that's an extra L in there. Okay, scenario cards. From now on, scenario cards will give an advantage to the player who claimed the previous chapter, which will be Daniel. Red. In this chapter, a different version of Marcus will be used depending on which player won the previous chapter. Command units. Command units are both command cards and units. They are set up in the command area unless otherwise stated and follow all their normal rules for units when they are in their reserve or cover. Tough. When a command unit with tough is killed, instead of moving it to the discard pile, move it to the command area. And when a command unit without the tough rule is killed, don't move it to your discard pile. Instead, remove it from the battlefield completely. Okay, tough, back to command zone. And without tough, exile. And let me go ahead and get a pen while I'm at it. Exile. Without tough equals exile. With tough that's command. Alright, chapter cards. Some chapters will add unique cards to your deck known as chapter cards. These cards are shuffled into the deck during setup and removed after the chapter ends. Alright, okay, chapter cards. They have that chapter 1, chapter something, C, chapter. Subtype. Some cards will have a subtype with special rules may reference the alpha wretch above the subtype. Subtypes have no other effects. Okay, the alpha wretch is that. Okay, looks like a mouth or whatever, vampire mouth. Okay, multi-blocking. A player may block a direct attack with more than one unit in reserve. The attacking unit deals damage to all blocking units equal to its attack value. Attacking unit to all blocking equal to its attack value. The blocking units deal damage to the attacking unit equal to their combined attack values. Okay, the cog player directly attacks with their captain, and the locust player blocks with the drone. In 2 wretch runts, the captain deals 4 damage to each of the blocking units and is dealt 4 damage in return. Okay, disposable. Units with this rule are never placed in a deck, discard pile, or hand. They should be kept at the side until a special rule moves 1 or more disposable units into the battlefield. When a disposable unit is killed, remove it from the battlefield completely. These are just tokens. Okay, disposable tokens. There can never be more than a total of 3 friendly runts in the reserve or cover. At the end of your turn, you may move a wretch runt to reserve. Let me look back through this chapter 1. Okay, so I was Dominique Santiago. Making sure that this elite drone isn't the commander. I don't think so. Alright, reinforcements. The COG military can rely on the discipline of their command structure to control the battlefield or draw from their arsenal of armored support. The Locust Horde can grow ever more tenacious in their assault of the COG lines or draw upon their strength in numbers. Players should take the next 14 cards. These cards are labeled Chapter Reinforcements 3. These are reinforcement cards. Before playing Chapter 3, we're not even playing Chapter 3. I mean, man, like, what does it say Chapter 3? Okay, then they get into Chapter 3. Players should take the next 14 cards. These cards are labeled Chapter Reinforcements 3. These are reinforcement cards. Before playing Chapter 3, each player must choose between 2 sets of reinforcement cards. Okay, we're not there yet. Okay, this is just the end of the chapters, this stuff. Okay. Blue go, red stop. Okay. Okay, so that was just set up for this next chapter. And then again, the commanders, they have this type of stuff going on in the top corner. So I'm taking it this is the commander. Okay, we got the chapter card right here. Emergence hole. Alpha Wretch is the big guy. 3 frag out for me. Alright, so that's the chapter card. These stay on the side. Shuffle these up. Daniel. 2, 3, 4. Daniel deck. Mines. All chapter 2 and chapter core. Yeah. Two, 3. Okay, my deck. And then we still have to, guess I'll kind of go over the rules of the solo system. The important points that I kind of highlighted. Okay, almost any game, you'll have to change a few things to get most games to work. First of all information must be open-handed. Good thing I read this instead of trying to forget this. Okay, so we're playing open-handed. In other words, if you have any cards or hidden abilities, they are now available for both you and your opponent to see. That may change the game somewhat, and it makes bluffing games as poker impossible, but it works a lot better than you would think. Also, few other types of games are too difficult to simulate, such as anything with real-time reaction element. You may still be able to play these games if you alter the rules enough. Be creative. Okay, so how does it work? 1. Each turn you will flip over a dominant strategy / personality style card. We'll keep the solo system down here. Alright, yeah, we'll keep the solo system down here. So personality, that's these ones. Okay, then this is the probability deck. This is what they're gonna do. I don't know why these all say same as last time. Something might be wrong with this. I don't know. All right, then we got the the 3 phases of the game, how they're gonna play throughout the 3 phases of the game. And then for games with like a lot of movement and such, where they're gonna move to and how they're gonna do stuff, kind of like war games and tactical games right there. Okay, so again it said each turn you'll flip over a dominant strategy / personality style card. This personality will be the guiding force that determines what play style your opponent has. Next, you'll look at the board and come up with a couple of moves that match the playstyle, or as an alternative, you'll flip over a couple of cards to give you even more direction to which choice might be. Finally, you'll pick one of those moves and guess the probability of your opponent making the move. Probably, probably not sure. Okay, so these are the probability cards. You may also give your opponent strategic goals during the game. And strategic goals, I think, are these cards right here. Alright, but anyway, we'll shuffle these. Alright. We got the scholar. Alright, so what does the scholar mean? Yeah, let's just go through the whole. Let's go through the whole rules. Okay, you might ask the starting bid portion of the probability deck how many units they'll leave behind. The cards present a lot of information. They can be interpreted in multiple ways. Before you flip a card, you should have a good idea of what you're looking for and know what part of the card you want to look at. Okay, at this point, you will probably find several moves the AI could take. Choose one and ask the game if they would take that. Before you flip a card, determine what the probability of the AI is of taking the move. Probably, probably not, or unsure. Okay, ask the game the question, then flip the card and determine the results. Okay, if there's a bunch of other possibilities, then you may have to go back to step 2. If it turns out that he wants to attack, then you could go back to step 2 and determine what kind of attack he's going to do. Okay, how do you play a personality type? Flip a personality card, and your opponent will now play with that playstyle. If it's the first turn, you'll flip a card that says same playstyle as the last turn, then flip again. Oh, I think these might be shuffled in here. They all have the dots on the bottom. Oh, I thought there was 5 decks. Maybe there's only 4 types. Let's face it, we are first with any game. Of course, a couple examples. Card represent a lot of information. Alright, I'm going to take it since these all have these little dots on the bottom. These are going in here. And they're set up the same way. So same as last time. So you're not always choosing a different personality. Okay, so I think it's 4 decks instead of 5 decks. Oh, we got a Scholar. Every 4 to 5 turns, you should keep the current personality and shuffle the remaining cards. It may happen that a certain personality really has no place in the game you're playing. For example, in a pure war game where soldiers can only attack each other, an aggressive personality may not make a lot of sense because all moves are possible or aggressive. If that's the case, you can either draw another personality card or consider drawing another type of card. In the above example, maybe a tactical card would give you a better focus. There are military tactics that are mesh better with your game. Okay, so these are the tactic cards. These will tell you to move left or how many of them move, and second weakest unit, who to target. And the objective is move towards the biggest group, regroup, move towards your weakest units, stuff like that. And then this is the phase of the game. Okay, yeah, it goes that way. I kind of read down, and then I think... Okay, 10 different personalities. They're meant to be open to interpretation. Okay, with regards to personality, sometimes the tactical deck will be more useful in guiding the actions of the opponent. Continue to draw personalities or draw a military card and look at the tactic. The number, the blue represents the 10-digit number and the gold represents the single digit. Okay, number in the center circle will help generate a random number between 0 to 99. Blue is the 10-digit, gold is the single. Blue is the 10-digit, and that's the 0-digit. Okay. Man, it might be different decks, I'm not sure. But alright, but anyway. The 10 dots are another abstract random selection process. They can help to generate numbers between 1 and 10 and 1 and 5 or even more. For example, pretend you have an army of a big size. The AI decided to split up. You could blah, blah, blah. Okay, you then draw another card to see if the remaining force splits up again or if it sends a larger force in a different direction. The cube represents a color that's meant to help pick out a random cube of the AI might choose to activate, gather, etc. The movement/tactical deck. Moving units or choosing military actions. These sections should give you an idea of how to use this thing. Individual price movements are best handled with the hexagon and the square. Each picture has a single arrow coming off of them. The arrow is intended to give a random direction which a single piece will move. The square can be used for non-movement purposes. On the AI's turn, flip a military card. If the square has an arrow pointing forward or backwards, the AI takes the same action. If the square has left or right arrow, then the AI takes a different action. If AI has different the AI takes a different action, possibly going from B to A or A to C if the arrow's pointing left. The tactics section is an alternative to the personality deck. There are 4 personalities: build up, heal/attack, and move, and special. Okay, the game board is a multifunctional tool composed of 6 rectangles and 1 shaded in. This has many uses. It can represent the different parts of the board when trying to figure out the direction an AI wants to move, where he will place his starting units. It can represent the board based on their relative position on the game board. It can even represent a 6-sided dice. Use this tool when you need a random result. If your card says draw again, then do so. The target, middle unit, second weakest unit. Okay, strategy deck. If you find I mean, and if you feel like your opponent is behaving too erratically, then you may employ use of the strategy deck. At the beginning part of the game, you'll flip a card, the opponent, and read the first phase. This will represent the overall strategy the opponent will accomplish for the first part of the game. All right, they say you don't really need to use this all the time, so we'll move this to the end. And then that's kind of the end of the rules. So whether we can really use this in this game, I'm not sure. Maybe we'll just play two-handed like regular, but we'll see. All right, so just regular Gears of War rules. I kind of hate this book. There's no quick playing this thing. Stupid. Oh yeah, I really disdain this book because it just gives you a run through of a game instead of just how to play the game. Mac Dre. Man, this was so stupid how he did this. And then you go into the chapters. Man, I wrote my rules somewhere, but it's not around here right now. Okay, it just goes into playing your first game. Draw how many players. Draw how many cards. Okay, hand size is 5. Both players should draw the top 5 cards of their deck. Okay, and in this game, you've got a back row like Pokemon, which we call reserve. Then there's a only one card can occupy a wall. I don't think both guys can have a guy at the same wall. I think only one card can occupy per wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I could try to play it like the solo system says, or I could just... Nah, I think it has to be open-handed, I think, so. All right, so this is what they have. The Locust. And it's what I have in my hand. So in the way that you play cards is how many of a certain number of cards you have in your hand. So right now I got 5 cards in my hand. I can play this. This is a 5-drop. Or any. You can play this with any. And then certain cards are only during your turn. I really need to find my rules is what I need to do. But they could be anywhere at this point. Okay, there are 2 types of cards. A player may deploy in deployment phase, the units and the tactics. And then instants, I think, have the exclamation point. So, okay. D1, Mac Dre, then deployment 2. Main 1, Mac Dre phase, and then main 2. Alright, so who's going first? First player, they only get one deployment, I think, in no combat, I think. Man, I disdain this, how they did this. A unit in reserve may attack an enemy unit that's occupying a cover card. Reaction cards are those attacking the hunter. Yeah, I think it's first player, they can only do one deployment phase and then it goes to the next turn. So we'll go evens, odds. Okay, I call evens. Flip over one of these cards. I call evens, so odd, even, odd, even, odd, even. So I go first. So I can only deploy one, I'm thinking. And then pass it to the next guy's turn. And then my commander does, when this unit is in the command area and the COG unit is killed, you may move this unit to reserve. Okay. That's a 5/4. Okay, so I can move, attack. Mac Dre's move, attack, combat, draw. Move into cover, or attack into cover, or directly attack the player. Okay, so deployment phase. I got 5 cards in hand. I can deploy this guy into reserve. Deploy the Vanguard into... Deploy the Vanguard into... Oh no, I can't do that because I have 5 cards in hand. Combat is Mac Dre. Deployment is... In this initial tutorial, let's begin. Because the COD player has 5 cards in hand, they may deploy the private. Okay. Draw and discard. Okay, the first deployment phase. Triple D phase, not deployment, triple D. Why would they call it deployment? So stupid. Okay, so triple D phase 1 is draw, discard, or deploy. So I can draw, discard, or deploy. Man, now that the battlefield has been set up, the card players take turns, alternating turns. Sometimes the game will include additional play turn players. Triple D phase. Draw, discard, or deploy. Okay, draw. Each of the... Alright, so We're going to just skip the attacking phase. We're just going to go to the second deployment phase. Most games, the first player can't attack, so forget how that goes. But we're just going to draw, discard, or deploy. Draw, discard, or deploy. Definitely not going to discard, but we can't deploy, so we won't do that. So we'll draw on the first turn. And then where's all these cards? They could have gave us a reference card. Makes no sense. All right. All right. So my turn is over. I drew their turn. Triple D phase 1. They've got a 2/6 in hand. They got any. They got this guy right here. Wretch Pack. While this unit is attacking into cover, it gains +3/+3 and +3. Yeah, like it gains +3/+3. Okay, so we'll go ahead and deploy this Wretch Pack into reserve. Okay, reserve is back here. Move these things down some more. Okay, so this is reserve. Could have used a playmat for this. All right, so right now they're a scholar. They're going to be playing smart, whatever that means. All right, so they deploy. Okay, then they can combat, which is Mac Dre phase. Move. Okay, move into cover, or attack into cover, or directly attack the enemy player. A unit in reserve may move into cover. Cover that does not have cover that has a card adjacent to it on either side is occupied. Cover that does not have any card adjacent to it is unoccupied. Can only move to an unoccupied cover. All right, so we're going to move into cover. Okay, naturally you'll go to the high wall. Oh, no, actually, this guy, while this is attacking into cover, it gains +3/+3. So you don't even want to move this one. So we got the Mac Dre phase, move into cover, or attack into cover. Move into cover, attack into cover. Direct attack the player from cover, though. Direct attack player from cover. Direct attacking. A unit occupying cover may direct attack. Yeah. Okay, so Mac Dre phase, move into cover, or attack into cover from reserve, or direct attack the player from cover. So this guy wants to stay in reserve so it can attack into cover. So it's going to do, but do you have to do one thing? I know on the triple D phase, you have to do something. Okay, combat phase. In their combat phase, each of a player's units in reserve and cover may perform one of the following. Yeah, so they may, but in the triple D phase, you have to do one of them. I must in May. Must in May. May. And must. I don't know how I don't have my rules over here. Alright, main must. Okay, so this guy chooses to do none of that attack phase stuff because they're better suited to staying in reserve. and they're the scholar. All right, so my turn. They get this. They get their triple D phase too, so they can draw, discard, or deploy. So they got 4 cards in hand. They could draw again, or they could. They've got any card number. Let's kind of read their cards. They got Frenzy, which is a friendly unit, gains +2/+2, and you may discard a card. Friendly unit gains +1/+1 for each friendly unit in reserve or cover. Okay. A friendly unit gains +3. And that's a reaction. Those are reactions. Those are only played after something attacks, I believe. And then they got the Hunter, which is a 2/6. So they'll go ahead and they'll just draw to bring themselves up to 6, hopefully. They got a drone, so they'll end their turn. And then at the end of your turn, you may move a Wretched Runt to reserve. Okay, yeah, that's sick. Alright, so they'll move a Wretched Runt to reserve. And then this is disposable. It's a token. There can never be more than a total of 3 friendly Wretched Runts in reserve or cover. And then disposable, I'm pretty sure, is a token. And then it's disposable. Units with this rule are never placed in a deck, discard pile, or hand. They should be kept at the side until a special rule moves 1 or more disposable units into the battlefield. When a disposable unit is killed, remove it from the battlefield completely. Yeah. Alright, so that's their turn. Back to my turn. So I go to my triple D1. Okay, I'll look at my options. I got 6 cards in hand, so I might not want to draw or discard, but I might want to deploy though. So yeah, so I got 6 cards in hand. I'll play my 6 drop. I could frag out. Deal 1 damage to up to 3 units in reserve or cover. Yeah, I think I'll frag out right now. So I got 6 cards in hand, so I can play frag out, which deals 1 damage to up to 3 enemy units in reserve or cover. Do that. These 2 get discarded. That one goes back to the token pile. And then this one gets discarded. Put this over here since that's their commander. Alright, so that was my triple D1. And then I could move, attack into cover, or Mac Dre, move into cover, attack into cover, or direct attack player. I have no units to attack. So then I'll go to my triple D2, which is I can draw. I think I'll draw to bring myself back to 6 in hand. But I got a friendly unit gains +2/+2. I may draw a card, and then this any reduce the damage dealt to all friendly units in this combat to 0. That's only after somebody attacks. So these are my 2 innies. 6. I don't have 5 in hand, so I'll just draw to bring myself back to 6 in hand. Yeah. Alright. Alright, got another innie, which is a fresh recruit. 2/2 vanilla. And it's a special type of this card. Alright, and then villain turn. Daniel's turn. Daniel's got 5 in hand. So triple D phase 1. Daniel will go ahead and deploy this drone into reserve, Pokemon bench. And then they can Mac Dre phase, move into cover, attack into cover, or direct attack player if they're on the cover. So they'll go ahead and move into cover. So and then over here they have +1/+1. Friendly units give +1/+1. Yeah, so that's now and now they go to their triple D phase too, because now this is a 3/3 friendly units Gain +1/+1. I think that's all units friendly for them. All right, so now they got their triple D phase 2. Draw, discard, or draw, discard, or draw, discard, or deploy. Draw, discard, or deploy. All right, so they'll draw. Oh, they got another drone. Cool. All right, my go. Draw, discard, or deploy. I got 6 in hand, so I'll just go ahead and deploy. While this unit is in reserve, it gains +1/+1. So I'll put this in reserve. Yeah, I better move these. Move these right here. I'll put these here. We're not really using these right now, but I don't know. All right, so it's my reserve. Okay, now I can triple D phase, Mac Dre phase, move into cover, attack into cover, move into cover, attack into cover. Dre, what is that, Dre? Move into cover, attack into cover, or directly attack the enemy player if you're in cover. Direct attack from cover. Direct attack from cover. All right, so yeah. All right, moving to cover, attacking the cover. And then how does that attack go? Yeah. I mean, is there counter attacking? Got to include like a short summary of the rules, man. Okay, Hunter attack, Hunter defense, Hunter attack. 4 going that way. So yeah, there's counter attacking. All right, so if I swung there, then they would knock me out in return. 3/3 against the 3/3. And then I think I think I got to play my instance first, I think. Man, this is so stupid how they did this rule book, man. Trying to see who plays the instance first and whatnot. Okay, reaction cards are a special type of card that can be deployed after an attack is declared. Defender reacts first. All right. Good thing I took notes. Defender reacts first. All right, so I will go ahead and attack into cover. Defender reacts first. Can only play these exclamation point cards. A friendly unit gains +1 for each friendly unit in reserve. They don't have any. A friendly unit gains +2/+2 and may discard a card. And then a friendly unit gains +3 attack. So they're thinking I got something tricky up my sleeve. So they'll play +2/+2. So now they're a 2, 3, 4, 5. They're a 5/5. I'm swinging 3/3 into a 5/5. And then what do I do? Okay, so they went first. They can only play 1, I'm sure. And then I'll play my anytimes. Reduce the damage dealt to all friendly units in this combat to 0. Now let's make sure about that. Each player may only deploy a single reaction card during an attack if the player being attacked can't or chooses not to replay. Okay, yeah, so defender reacts first. Okay, so they're 5/5 into my 3/3 into a 5/5. So what I'll do is I will just go ahead and a friendly unit gains +2/+2, and I may draw a card. So I'll match that with a 5/5 myself. We'll kill each other. This discarded, this discarded. Both of mine discarded. I get to draw a card. And then that was my Triple D phase. No. Oh, that was my Mac Dre phase. I go to Triple D2 now. Deploy, draw, discard. Deploy. I got 5 in hand, so I can't really play these ones. I can't play Fresh Recruit though. Yeah, I'll play Fresh Recruit. Get the board advantage. Alright, deploy him on my bench. And then Daniel's turn. Daniel has 5. Oh man, did they take their second turn? They probably only took their first turn because they only had 1 Retch Runt. Alright, so at the end of the turn, we got to remember that they get a Retch Runt to reserve. Could have that wrong, but hopefully not. Alright, so Daniel's turn. Daniel has 4 in hand. So Daniel will play the deploy the drone, Triple D phase, then Mac Dre phase, move in the cover, attack in the cover. So naturally move that drone there. And then Triple D phase 2. They'll draw a card. Yeah, draw a card. Alright, they got the Retch pack. +3/+3 while attacking in the cover again. Alright. They get to add a runt for their commander. Alright, my turn. Triple D phase 1. I got 4 in hand, so I will play a Sergeant. 3/3 Sergeant. Play him into reserve. And then Mac Dre phase, move into cover, attack into cover, or direct attack from cover. I'll go. They got a 3/3 since they're at that wall, so once you attack into cover and you defeat the guy, you take their spot in the cover. So move into cover, attack into cover, or direct attack. Man, I'd have did better. Just killing that guy is what I would have did. Alright, but I'll just use my hit the floor, I guess. So I'll attack into cover, my 3/3 into their 3/3. And then do they play a reaction card? A friendly unit gains +1 for each friendly unit in reserve. They don't need to do that since they're already a 3/3. A friendly unit gains +3. They're already killing me at 6. I mean at 3 on my 3. So swinging with this one. They don't play a reaction. Alright, so I'll play my card. Reduce the damage dealt to all friendly units in this combat to 0. So I survive. They perish. So they died. My 3 into their 3. And then I'm on the wall. in my turn. Pretty sure I'm ready or whatever. Well, I just put me on the wall now. I'm a 4/4 at the wall. That's kind of stupid because they swing as a 4/4 on there. But okay, so now I do my triple D phase 2. Draw, discard, or draw, discard, or deploy. Draw, discard, or direct attack. Draw, discard, or man, what is that thing? Draw, discard. That's why you need player reference cards, people. Player reference cards. Draw, discard, or deploy. Okay. Deploy is, what is deploy again? Deploy. Playing a card from hand is deploying. Yeah. Draw, discard, or deploy. Okay, so I can't deploy. I can't afford anything right now. I can draw, discard, or deploy. I'll draw. Alright, got a big 8 cards in handcuffs. Alright, then I'll go past turn. They'll naturally want to. Okay, so it's on what? Triple D phase 1. Draw, discard, or deploy. They only have 4 cards in hand, so they don't want to do that right now, so they'll draw. Okay, draw, discard, deploy. Move into cover, attack into cover. Naturally, they'll want to attack into cover, so a lot of cussing in this one. There can never be a total of 3. Oh no, this is only a 1/1. Okay, so that was not great. There can never be another. Okay, so this one can. Okay, Mac Dre, move into cover, attack into cover, or direct attack from cover. Move into cover, attack into cover. They don't want to attack into this because they'll just lose. Because this is a 4/4. Move into cover, attack into cover. They'll move into cover right there. And then triple D phase 2. Draw, discard, or deploy. They'll deploy here naturally. They got 5 in hand. They'll play the. I mean, these are not visible. Okay, so this is their hand. Let's move these slightly back. Alright, so they'll go Reds Pack. They'll play this, deploy this. They'll deploy this. No. They'll deploy this into reserve. Alright, perfect. Alright, alright, they deployed that. Triple D phase 2. At the end of the turn, they move a Rich Runt to reserve. Cool. Alright, my turn, my triple D1. Discard, draw, or whatever. Discard, draw, deploy. I got 3 in hand, so kill a unit in cover. I want to get that Rich Pack, so that's in reserve, not that. May deal 1 damage to up to 3 units in reserve or cover. Don't mind if I do. Oh yeah, the game ends when somebody gets milled. Alright, so I got 3 in hand, so I'll go frag out, get rid of that Rich Pack. Definitely will do that. Deal 1 damage to up to 3 units in reserve or cover. Can only play reactions after somebody attacks. So, alright, so both of them is dead. Both of those are dead. Man, let me make sure about their reactions thing. Okay, each player can only deploy a single reaction card. It may only be deployed after an attack is declared. Alright, so that was my triple D1. Now I can do my Mac Dre. Move in the cover, attack. attack from cover, or direct attack. No. Moving the cover, attacking the cover, or direct attack opponent from cover. Alright, so I'll swing 4 into the enemy player. Okay, so when you're at cover, attacking the enemy player. Okay, a unit occupying cover may directly attack the enemy player. After the attacker is declared, the enemy player may choose a unit in reserve to block the attack. Okay, reserve can block. If a unit is chosen to block the attack, resolve the attack is described on page 16 and 17 without moving unit. If a unit is chosen to block the attack, they don't have anybody in reserve, so they can't block. Okay, the way players take direct damage is through unblocked direct attacks, which deal 2 direct damage. Take direct damage is through unblocked direct attacks, which deal 2 direct damage. Regardless of the amount, the attack of the unit dealing the direct damage is 2 unless otherwise. Damage goes to hand, not mill. When you're dealt direct damage, take a number of cards from the top of your deck equal to the damage dealt without looking at them. Move any number to your hand, then discard any that are left. And we're back. Alright, man. I was just looking. I should have been deploying this guy when this unit is in the command area and a cog unit is killed. You may move this unit to preserve. I should have been had that guy. But anyway, they're taking damage now. 2 damage. 2 direct damage. They add these to hand. The way players take direct damage is through unblocked direct attacks, which deal 2 direct damage regardless of the attack of the unit dealing damage. Direct damage is 2 unless otherwise stated. Okay, when you're dealt direct damage, take a number of cards from your hand to your deck equal to the damage dealt. And without looking at them, move any number of your hand. Remove any number to your hand, then discard any that are left. Yeah, so I guess that means just 2 to hand. Alright, so they got 6 in hand. They could actually, a friendly unit gains 3 health, but a friendly unit gains 1. But that wouldn't have did anything for move a unit in your discard pile to reserve. They could have played these 2 cards, but it wouldn't have helped them. That should be over there too. Alright, so I did my combat, then I can do my triple D phase 2. Move in the cover, deploy, draw, discard, or deploy. I'll draw. Alright. Their turn. Triple D 1. Draw, discard, or deploy. They'll naturally deploy. They got 6 in hand, so they'll play Hunter. And then deploy, you may choose an enemy unit in cover and move it into reserve. The chosen unit is suppressed. Suppressed is tapped. Alright, that was a good thing for them to play right there. Alright, so they'll you may choose an enemy unit in cover and move it to reserve. The chosen unit is suppressed. Alright, so you'll do that. Alright, suppressed. What is suppressed again? Suppressed, tapped. Okay, when the unit in reserve is damaged but not killed, it becomes suppressed. When the unit is suppressed, rotated 90 degrees clockwise, the suppressed unit can't perform an action or be used to block an attack. And units in cover can't be suppressed. Okay, at the beginning of a player's turn, any of their units that are suppressed are untapped. Then units that move into cover as a result of an attack don't become suppressed, even if they suffer damage during the attack. Okay, so if you're damaged, you get tapped. Okay, so just sum that up. Man. Okay, if damage not killed, you're tapped. Never tapped on wall. Alright, that's that. Alright, so it was their turn. They deployed. Attack into cover. I got nothing on cover. They can move into cover. They can direct attack me. Okay, I can block from reserve. Block from reserve. All right, so moving the cover, attacking the cover. They'll naturally move here, moving the cover. Okay, so now this is a 4/4. Triple D2. They got 5 in hand. Yeah, they'll just play Cyclops 2/2. It's got this power, but plenty of other units out here, so they won't worry about that. All right, so they got the advantage now. And then at the end of the turn, they may move a Wretch Runt to reserve. They'll definitely do that. Okay. All right, they got the great advantage right now. Okay, so my turn. Triple D1. Kill an enemy unit in cover. I'll get that hunter probably. Draw. Discard or deploy. I'll deploy this card here. Kill an enemy unit in cover. Don't mind if I do. I'll kill that one. Okay, so it's been 3 in hand. I can play this. I'll kill that hunter. Okay. Now Mac Dre phase. Moving the cover, attacking the cover, direct attack. Moving the cover, attacking the cover. In the combat phase, each of the player's units, reserve or cover, may perform one of the following combat actions, resolving them one at a time. Alright, so man, again, alright, this is just a lot. In the combat phase, each of the player's units in reserve or cover may perform one each. Already had that outline, but each may perform one. Alright, so now we got way more going on. Alright, so moving the cover, attacking the cover, or direct attack if you're on cover. Alright, we're moving the cover here. moving the cover here to become a 3/3. This guy will attack in the cover 3/3 on a 1/1. After a friendly unit gains +1 for each friendly unit in reserve or cover, they'll play this one. So what is that? 3 on a 3. There can never be more than a total of 3 friends. Yeah, so they use this. 3 attacking my 3. Both of us will die. That goes back to the token zone. This one's done. I don't have a exclamation to play. All right, and then my triple D 2. I don't want to not play this, so I'll draw instead of discarding this for no reason. So I'll draw. Draw, discard, or deploy. Yeah. All right, cool. Got the airstrike. Kill an enemy unit in reserve. Nice. All right, my turn is over. Their turn. I'm sure you're ready at the start of your turn. Something. All right, now their turn. Triple D1. They got 3 cards in hand. 3 cards in hand. Triple D1. A friendly unit gains +3. They got 3 cards in hand. They'll play respawn movie unit in your discard pile to get a reserve. They'll probably do that. Yeah, they'll naturally get the hunter. All right, so they'll spend the 3 movie unit in your discard pile to reserve. And then this has deploy. Did you get the deploy effect when it's brought back from the graveyard? Yeah, let's look it up. What's it say that it does? You may choose an enemy unit into cover and move them to reserve. The chosen unit is suppressed. Bastard. All right, right there, we'll say that you can do that. All right, and that was your triple D1. Mac Dre, moving the cover, attacking the cover, or direct attack. All right, moving the cover, moving the cover, moving the cover. Yeah, because now we see, again, that you can do something with everybody during the Mac Dre phase. In the combat phase, each of the player's units in reserve or cover may perform one of the following actions, resolving them one at a time. Moving the cover, attacking the cover, or direct attack the enemy player. All right, so they all moved on the wall. All right, triple D2. They got 2 cards in hand. They'll play the Grenadier 1/2/4 with deploy. You may discard a card. If you do, draw up to 2 cards. Yeah, I mean, they'll do that. Discard, draw 2. They got these. And then at the end of the turn, they can play a Wretch Runt. Man, looks like Daniel's going to win again. The irony. All right, my turn. Ready these. Suppressed readies at win. Suppressed at the beginning of a player's turn. Beginning of player's turn. All right. Untap at the upkeep. All right. Mac, triple D, draw, discard, deploy. Draw, discard, deploy. We want to keep on gaining cards so we can actually play this Elite Armadillo. So we'll draw. Draw. Mac Dre, moving to cover, attacking to cover. All right, we'll attack in the cover right here. Okay, 3. Yeah. 3/3 on that 2/2. Attacking the cover. No reactions over there. So they'll deal me 2, I'll deal them 3. Okay, I then take their spot at the wall. So now this is a 4/4. And then I can attack in the cover. 2 on the 2/2. Do I have any no exclamation cards I can use? Oh man, I keep on not doing this. While this unit is in the command area and the cog unit is killed, you may move this unit into reserve. Really, the whole game, only one of my guys has died. I should have had him on the field, but whatever. Got to remember to do that. I'll put a rubber band on it to remember. All right. Man, you know what? I could do it like this. So I'll attack in the cover. I'll do my 2 into their 2/2. So we both trade. They got no exclamation point cards. You die. Then when this unit is in the command area and the cog unit is killed, you may move this unit to reserve. All right, cool. Got it. All right, then I got my triple D2. Draw, discard, deploy. I'll draw to try to get to this 8 to this Elite Armadillo. All right, now I got 5 in hand. Perfect. And then I will pass turn. Their turn. They do triple D, draw, discard, deploy. They can't play that for a while, so they'll probably draw. They draw. They got that. All right, Mac Dre, move, attacking the cover, or move, attacking the cover, direct attack. They don't want a direct attack right here because I could block with this guy, but they might have a trick up their sleeve. I'm not going to look at what it is, but it's over there, though. It's over there, though. Okay. Moving the cover, attacking the cover, or direct attack. They're moving the cover. They can't move there because I'm there. They can use that to block, though. I think they'll do this instead, really. Nah, they won't do that. That's not smart for them. All right, moving the cover. Just half tap them. Moving the cover. Moving the cover. This does nothing. Triple D2. They will No, this didn't do anything yet, I don't think. So they could try to direct attack me, but I could block. But let's see what their tricky thing they have up their sleeve is. A friendly unit gains +2/+2, and you may discard a card. Yeah, you know, I think they would do that. But then I would have the intelligence to know that they got a trick up their sleeve. So let's just say that they swing. They got a 3/3. They're swinging. I could block with my 5/4, but I'm not because I'm going to figure they have a trick up their sleeve. So I'll just take the 2 damage because I don't have any. Because I have no exclamation point reactions in hand. So I'll take the direct damage without blocking. So I'll take 2 damage and then add these to hand, which actually is very good for me because that runs me up to the 8 almost. Forcing the opponent's deck to run out of cards, but making sure about this direct attack. Okay, the way players take damage is through unblocked direct attacks, which deal 2 direct damage regardless of the attack of the attacking units dealing damage. Direct damage is 2 unless otherwise stated. Damage goes to the hand, not mill. While you're dealt direct damage, take a number of cards from the top of your deck equal to the damage dealt, and without looking at them, move any number of to your hand, then discard any cards that are left. What are they talking about? Discard any cards that are left. Take a number of cards from the top of the deck equal to the damage dealt without looking at them. Move any number to your hand, then discard any that are left. What do they mean by discard any that are left? Alright, whatever. Alright, so I'm up to 7. They triple D 2 now, so they draw, discard, or deploy. They might want to deploy that Cyclops, or they might want to try to play that Alpha Wretch out. We'll say that they want to play that Alpha Wretch out. So, alright, so they'll draw at the end of their turn. They play a Wretch Runt. Okay, my turn now. Alright, so I can got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll draw 1. Okay, that was my triple D1. Alright, I'm moving to cover, attacking the cover, or direct attack from cover. Move into cover. Okay, attacking the cover. Attacking the cover. I'll go ahead and attack this one. Alright, so okay, 5 on a 3/3. Now they can play their reaction first. They got a friendly unit gains +2/+2, and they may discard a card. Okay, so now they're a 5/5 on my 5/4. And then do I have any kind of reaction? I do. A friendly unit gains +2/+2, and I may draw a card. Don't mind if I do. So that takes me to a 7/6, and I may draw a card. I'll do that. Okay. So mine stays alive. There's dies. Okay, you win already. You did your thing. Okay, now this can attack. Okay, I'll swing 4 onto the enemy player. They can block if they want to. They can count their deck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They could block if they want to. They'll block. Alright, so they'll deal me 1. They don't have any more reaction cards. They'll block. That goes back to the token pile. Right, now what? Triple D2 for me. How many cards I got in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect amount. I can finally get this Elite Armadillo out of my hand. 5/5. This is APC 720. I hear the Locust ordered a squad of gears, angry, fresh, and armed to the teeth. Delivery ETA 3 minutes. Hope they have changed. Alright, deploy that bad boy. 5/5. And then that one is suppressed. And alright, so then enemy turn. Daniel's turn. Draw, discard, or deploy. They got 3 in hand, so they can play out Cyclops or Wretch Pack. I'll probably play Wretch Pack. Definitely play Wretch Pack. I said, okay, so they deploy Wretch Pack, and then while this unit is attacking in the cover, it gains +3/+3, which is very bad for me. Okay, so now they're Mac Dre phase. Moving the cover, attacking the cover. This one is going to move into cover. They can't move into cover because every place is occupied right now. But they can attack into cover. Alright, so they're going to, while this unit is attacking in the cover, it gains +3/+3. So they'll swing right here. So there'll be a 4/4 into Marcus. Okay, so Harden Marcus wants to try to stay alive, I believe. I got 1 reaction, so I will Heroism again. A friendly unit gains +2/+2, and I may draw a card. So I'll definitely do that. So I'll knock that out. And then this one stays alive, and I draw a card. Good. A Scout. Alright, now they'll move in the cover. There's still can't move in the cover, but they can attack in the cover. Suppress. How does the suppressed work again? A unit, at the beginning, it becomes suppressed. When a unit is suppressed, rotated 90 degrees, suppressed unit can't perform an action or be used to block an attack. Okay, that's all it is. I think that they still go back up to normal health though. I'm pretty sure we don't track damage, so they still go back to full health. Alright, so this guy can attack into cover. This one can direct attack, but they wouldn't dare do that when I have a 5/5 out here to block. Okay, they can attack into cover. A 1/1 into a 5/4. They don't even want to do that, so plus they don't have a reaction card, so they'll do nothing. Then okay, that was their Mac Dre. Then they can triple D2. They'll probably draw. Okay, they got Cantus out. And then at the end of the turn, they'll get another Wretch Runt. Okay, my turn, unsuppressed and everything. They can never be suppressed at the wall anyway. But anyway, okay, so I triple D, draw, discard, or deploy. I'll definitely deploy. Choose up to 3 friendly units in reserve or cover, deal damage to an enemy unit in reserve or cover equal to the combined attack value of the chosen unit. Yeah, that's crazy. Alright, I might win now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll play this 7. I'll play captain out. Deploy captain. I got 7 in hand now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Triple D1. Mac Dre. Alright, I'll attack in the cover. Attacking the cover for 4/4 on a 2/2. They have no reaction, so that dies. Mine stays alive. Use you, slightly tap you, and then I'll direct attack for 4. They probably want to block, and then I'll direct attack in the player. They'll block again. And then I'll do my triple D2, draw, deploy, discard. I got 6 in hand, so I will play the private. 6 cards in hand, play the private. While this is in cover, it gains +1 attack. So, alright. So, looks like I'm going to win now, though. Alright, that was my triple D2. Their turn. Daniel's turn. They can draw, discard. They'll draw. Or deploy. They'll deploy. They'll deploy Cyclops. While there are no other friendly units in reserve or cover, this unit gains +2/+2. They'll Mac Dre, move attack in the cover. They'll attack in the cover. Looks like their best move is to go ahead and take this wall. So 4/4 on a 4/4. They don't really have any good moves, so they'll just 4/4 into my 4/4. We'll trade. Yeah, we'll trade. And oh, I might have a reaction though. Nah, I don't. Alright, we trade. Their triple D2. Draw, discard. Or deploy. While this unit is in reserve, when another friendly unit is killed, you may draw a card. Yeah, so we'll play Cantus out there into reserve. And then they get a runt as well at the end of the turn. And then my turn. Ready my stuff all the way up. Triple D1. Draw, discard, deploy. Got 5 in hand. Can't really do a lot with that 5 right now. Definitely not going to discard. Draw, discard, or deploy. Can't deploy anything, so I will choose up to 3 friendly units in reserve or cover. Deal damage to an enemy unit in reserve or cover equal to the combined attack value of the chosen units. I could get rid of Cantus, but nah. Cantus kind of weak. So I'll just draw. Because I have no 5 drops, so I'll draw. Alright, Mac Dre. Moving the cover, attacking the cover. Alright, I'll move this private into cover. So now he's a 3-3-4. No, 3-3. 3-3-4-4. 4-4 on this big wall. Moving the cover. So you did your thing. Moving the cover. Attacking the cover. Direct attack. So I'll swing 4 on the player. They'll block here. I'll swing 5 into the player. Oh, when this unit is reserved and another friendly unit is killed, you may draw a card. They'll draw a card. And then let's say that they want to keep that Cantus alive, so they'll just take the 2 damage. They want to keep Cantus alive to keep on getting that draw effect, so they'll just take the 2 damage. 2 direct attack. They'll take those 2 cards. And then I guess they keep those. Those cards are crazy. Alright, so my triple D2. Draw, discard to deploy. I'll play my scout. I got 6 in hand. Deploy scout. Draw 2 cards. Draw up to 2. I'll do that. Alright, and alright, used everything I can use. And then enemy turn. Draw, discard, deploy. They got 4 in hand. They'll play Grenadier. Deploy, you may discard a card. If you do, draw up to 2 cards. They'll do that. They don't want to get, well, they probably don't want to do that because they're nearing the end of their deck. They've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They don't want to do that. They'll not do that. Alright, Mac Dre, moving the cover, attacking the cover. Attacking the cover. They've only got 2 2s, so they don't want to do that because they know they don't have any reactions, so attacking the cover, direct attack, they can only direct attack from the wall, so alright, so they'll just do triple D2. They can't draw, discard, deploy. They'll just draw. Nobody likes to deploy. I mean, nobody likes to discard. I don't really. So, alright, so they drew. They got a 1, 2, 7. Alright, they get a free Wretch Runt. And then my turn. Alright, triple D1. Draw, discard, deploy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in hand. They've only got 2, 2. Well, like, you know, I might want to. And, you know, if they keep on drawing cards, it's actually good for me. Kill an enemy unit in cover. I got 7 in hand, so I can play my 7 drops. Oh, man, I got 2 airstrikes, so. Captain. Kill an enemy unit in reserve. I will kill Cantus. Alright, so 2-7. I'll play that. Kill Cantus. Alright. Then I can Mac Dre. Moving the cover, attack into cover. I'm already on cover. Cover's already occupied. Attacking the cover, nothing to attack into. Attack for. I go with my 4-4 first. So 3, 4, 4. They could block if they want to. I think, yeah, they will block here. Man, and how do unblock, I mean, how do block things go? Okay, a unit occupying cover may direct attack the enemy. After the attack is declared, the enemy player may choose a unit in reserve to block the attack. If a unit is chosen to block the attack, resolve the attack on page 16 or 17 without moving the unit and 17 without moving either unit or deploying reaction cards. Regardless of the outcome of the attack against the blocking unit, the enemy player will not suffer direct damage. After resolving the attack, a unit that is not killed will stay where it is, currently is. They suffer 2 direct damage. The attacking player may still play a reaction where there is no blocking unit. Yeah. The enemy player can't play a reaction card when there is no blocking unit. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so they block. Swing the 4 at them. They want to block again because they close to dying, so they'll block. And then I swing the 5. They got no blockers, so they'll take 2 direct damage. That goes to the hand. They got 3 boomers in a row. All right, and then they got a reaction. I'm not gonna read what it is right now. I'm not gonna worry about what it is right now. And all right, so everything is occupied. So we will end the turn. Nobody's suppressed. They can't be suppressed at the wall anyway. I do my triple D 2 though. I got 6 in hand. Why wouldn't I? Oh, I can deploy, draw, or discard. Yeah, so I better draw. Alright. Enemy turn. Okay, triple D1. They got 6 in hand. They will play. They don't really have any 6 drops. They don't have any 6 drops, so they will draw a card. They don't want to draw, though, because that brings them very close to death. They've only got 5 cards in hand, but they will go ahead and draw. Well, yeah, they will draw, whatever. They'll draw. They got this hunter. Okay, move into cover, attack into cover, or... Nah, you know, they can't really afford to really draw, because if they draw, then they're screwed. So they got triple D, draw. They can't afford to draw. They got 6 cards in hand. They can deploy. They can't afford anything right now, or they could discard. I mean, it's just rough on them is what it is right now. Either way, they can't do anything this turn, really, which pretty much cost them the game. So I guess what they will do is they will draw, discard, or deploy. Nah, they don't want to mess with that. So draw, discard, or deploy. They can't deploy anything because they can't afford anything right now. They just in a bad spot right now. All right, so they can't do anything. So they will. Man, is that the must or is that? Okay, so they must take one of those actions. Draw, discard, or deploy. They can't deploy. They got to draw or discard. So they'll go ahead and draw. Nah, I think it might be more strategic for them to discard. But who wants to discard any of that? But I guess they'll have to draw is what they'll have to do then. All right, draw, discard, okay. Deploy. Okay, Mac Dre move in the cover, attack in the cover. They have nothing in cover or reserve, so they're basically screwed. Okay, thought the phone died. Okay. Alright, I thought the device was dead. Glad it's not. Alright, there we go. Alright, so at this point, they're screwed. They got no actions they can take. They'll do triple D2. They'll deploy for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Best thing they can do is play Cantus. And then they get a free runt out there. And then now it's my turn. Draw, discard, to deploy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so I'll just airstrike on Cantus. Kill Cantus. Alright, Triple D1, Mac Dre. Moving the cover, attacking the cover. Or direct attack. So direct attack with the weakest guy. 4/4. Naturally they'll block. Attack with the other 4/4. They'll take 2 damage. 2 damage without looking. Now they have 8 in hand. They got a reaction. I'm not going to read it yet though. And alright, then I'll swing 5. Swing 5. They don't have any blockers, but you can play a reaction without a blocker. A friendly unit gains 3 attack. That doesn't help them. A friendly unit gains +1 for each friendly unit in reserve. That didn't help them, so they'll take 2 more damage. They got no more deck. Okay, now is at the end of the game though. Okay, now that players know the basics of Gears of War, they should be able to play the Locust player's combat phase and the second player's. Once the Locust player's turn is over, continue this way until one player wins the game by forcing their opponent's deck to run out of cards. Alright, yeah, so they got milled. They lose. Alright, so I beat Daniel this time. Spirit Daniel, not the real Daniel. But, yeah, alright. Good game, good game. I might just try to actually play this whole campaign out of 12 chapters. See how it goes. 8, 9, 10, 15 chapters. It's really supposed to be best 2 out of 3, but I'm just doing 1 each. So, alright, so I won this next one. So I won chapter 2. We'll read what it says on chapter 2's end, and then we'll pick up from there later. Reinforcements. The COG military can rely on the discipline of their command structure to control the battlefield or draw from their arsenal of armored support. The Locust Horde can grow ever more tenacious in the assault on the COG lines or draw upon their strength in numbers. Players should take the next 14 cards. These cards are labeled Chapter Reinforcement 3. These are reinforcement cards. Before playing Chapter 3, each player must choose between 2 sets of reinforcement cards to add to their core decks. Once a reinforcement card has been added to the deck, it will not be removed. And cards that are not added at this time will not be used during the current campaign. The COG player must add 1 of the following sets of cards to their core deck. Lieutenant and Corporal or Engineer in Rearguard. The Locust player must add 1 of the following sets of cards to their core deck. Sniper Drone and Spotter Drone, or Wretch Horde and Wretch Ambusher. Yeah, so I didn't use the solo system at all, really. Don't think it was really needed, but alright, so looking for this chapter 3 reinforcement stuff. Okay, here we go. 14 cards, they said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Perfect. Perfect. Put these back in the box. Alright, so let's choose for me first. Lieutenant and Corporal, or Engineer and Rearguard. Okay, high cost stuff right there. Lieutenant and Corporal or Engineer and Rearguard. 157. That's more versatile than Lieutenant. Deploy, you may move a tactic card in your discard pile to your hand. Tactic cards are the cross arm cards. Okay, or rear guard. While it's the enemy's turn, this unit gains +1/+1. Okay, or lieutenant. While this unit is in reserve, when you deploy a troop unit, you may draw a card. Or corporal. While this unit is in reserve, when a friendly troop deals direct damage, increase their damage by 1. 3/5/5/8 1/5/7/2/5. And you know we gotta go with big damage, even though it might be stupid. Alright, so I'm going with these guys. I'm putting these guys back. Alright, let's look at the Locust stuff. Okay, the Locust player may play Sniper Drone and Sniper and Spotter Drone, or Wretch Ambusher and Wretch Horde. Okay, kill an enemy unit that is suppressed. Man, that's wild. Okay, you may discard a card. If you do, deal 2 damage to an enemy unit in reserve or cover. If the discarded card was a Sniper Drone, kill the enemy unit instead. Okay, that's raw. A Wretch Ambusher, when you deploy another unit, you may move this unit from your hand to reserve. Okay, zombie. From your hand to reserve. When you deploy another unit, you may move this unit from your hand to reserve. Oh no, that's not that great. And then you may move a Wretch Runt to reserve while this unit is in reserve or cover. It gains +1/+1 for each other friendly Wretch in reserve or cover. Man, again, I'm gonna go with this, even though the second option may be better. We'll go with this. Alright, put these back in the box. And then we'll be ready for chapter 3 next time. I'm really just single-handing this. I mean, two-handing this. One player playing both guys. Alright, so now we got our new decks. Reinforcements. And the stuff not added will not be used in the current campaign. And then we'll go into chapter 3 next time. Bet. Alright, for your games, like, comment, subscribe. Look out for some more Gears of War content. Gears of War.